everybody, Mike Lindell here from Black Dog Education with another episode of Office Hour. The question that we're going to get to right now comes from Mark, and this one came in via Facebook. And the question had to do with URL shorteners. Basically, the gist of the question was, with the prevalence of URL shortening services like Bitly and, goo.gl and things like that, is it still important to have a good domain name, or how important are good domain names? And then if so, what makes a good domain name? And the short answer to that is, yeah, a good domain name is still it's still very important. Obviously, things like search engine results and things of that nature. If your keywords are in part of your domain, that really is beneficial. And you'll notice when you do keyword searches on Google that if you take a look at the URLs that are coming back, the ones that are at the top of the list typically will have the keywords in the URL itself. Also with URL shorteners, sometimes there are some issues when you start talking about things like email marketing. Personally, I've had emails not pass through spam filters and things like that are using shortened URLs, because it's real easy for spammers to be able to use those, right? Because there's no information about them. So then the second part of that question is, what makes a good domain name, and what should we be looking for when we're doing that kind of stuff? Because there's 240 plus million websites out there. It's kind of hard to find your name, especially if your name is abcplumbing.com. So when I'm looking at domain names, or I'm helping a client find out, trying to find that right domain name, I typically live by 3 rules. The first rule is either list who you are or list what you do. So for example, if you're let's say you're a plumbing company. So if you're ABC Plumbing, we'd want to start taking a look at things like abcplumbing.com, abc-plumbing.com. Try not to use dashes and hyphens and special characters or whatever. Your company name.com is going to ultimately be the best, but a lot of times that's not available. So if that's not available, oftentimes what we'll do is we'll kind of fall back on not only who you are, but what do you do. We fix leaks. No crack in sack. Whatever the case is going to be, try to get creative with it, be playful with it, but still make it relevant to what people are going to be looking for. Again, another thing to look at here is going to be your keywords. Which keywords are we going to be going after? Try to get those keywords into your domain name if you can, because that's really going to help your search engine rankings. The second rule, .com is always better than .net. I never say always, but most of the times, if you're a commercial business, I would shoot for .com. .com is king. And the third thing is try to keep it as short as possible. If you are a residential plumber in Sacramento, California, you could probably get the domain name residentialplumbinginsacramentocalifornia.com. Great, it's a .com. It's a little lengthy, so I'd probably try to trim it down a little bit, get creative, start taking a look at your products and your services, and see if there's other ways that you can kind of get those informations out there. So, that's my advice. Are domain names still valid with all the URL shorteners? Absolutely. You want to make sure that you get a good domain name. So either do who you are or what you do, make it a .com if you can, and try to get it as short as possible. So Mark, thank you very much. He posted that on Facebook. So if you have questions out there, folks, you can put them on Facebook. You can put them on our Twitter. Just use hashtag Office Hours. Or you can also email them to us over at officehours@blackdogeducation.com. That's it for now, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.